spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, United States Postal Service, UPS, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings, and of course FedEx, the bane of my existence every single week. We also talk all the toy news of the week. We wrap it all up into a ball, and we do call it weekly purchases. And it is the special 20,000 subscriber weekly purchases as we finally did it. We hit 20,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I thank all you subscribers out there for watching the videos every single day, commenting, being a part of the Patreon, things like that. It does go a long way, and it is very much appreciated by all you guys. 2 years now here on the channel to hit 20,000 subscribers is pretty cool after all. And we will do a giveaway here in this very video, so stay tuned as I'm giving away two via Entertainment Earth, hooking us up here with the 1/12 Mezco Wolverine figure. We unboxed it on the channel. It's the 20,000 subscriber giveaway via Entertainment Earth, so stay tuned in this very video as we announce the winners. So stay tuned for that, like I said. But we always, of course, recap the week that was in weekly purchases, and we recap the videos. And an interesting week, a very wrestling-heavy week, as you guys know and have seen here on the channel. But this week, for the Thursday Tradition Top 5, Top 10, nope, this week, Top 20 list, is I did the Top 20 Most Wanted X-Men era Marvel Legends figures. The Most Wanted figures, Top 20 there. I went through my old Toy Biz X-Men figures, and I said, man, I wish Marvel Legends would make this. Man, I wish they'd make this. And I compiled a list of 20 figures that I would love to see the Marvel Legends team take a stab at here. Some deep cuts, but some stuff that is just crazy we have not received yet. So hopefully sooner than later we get some of these figures. But that was the video this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Very, very cool. We did a little He-Man, She-Ra, Princess of Power unboxings as we did unbox the new Masterverse She-Ra and the new Masterverse Hordak figures. Definitely check those ones out. Those on the channel this week. And then we did, of course, our weekly Jakks video, Classic Superstars, every single Tuesday for well over 2 years. We've been talking all things Jakks Classic Superstars. This week, no different. Of course, you're a Patreon member. You're well into 2023 on those videos as we're almost done with, we're almost to Series 28. I think about Series 22 should be going up this weekend. So we've almost got the whole single card series done on the Patreon. So stay tuned for that. They will be on YouTube eventually, but you can get way ahead of things if you're a member of the Patreon, of course. We also did a lot of wrestling this week, and Ringside Collectibles coming in hot this week. Of course, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% with tons and tons of wrestling figures coming through the pipeline as we did unbox all of the Elite Greatest Hits wave this week on the channel. Check out those videos. We've started in on Elite Series 96 and the Build-A-Figure Rick Rude Survivor Series wave. We're unboxing those as we speak right now. We're right in the thick of all that, so check out all those videos. And then we hear Elite 97 should be here next week via Ringside Collectibles, so everything seems to be coming all at once. So a lot of wrestling content here the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, of course. Let's hit 21,000 subscribers. How about? There you go. But Elite 97 shipping right now from Ringside Collectibles, and as I always say, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. But let's talk wrestling figure news. We'll talk some news, then we'll get into the giveaway, we'll get into the album of the week, all the fun stuff. But Cella Toys, every week we're talking something Cella Toys. This week, Colt Cabana retro style figure coming down the line. Where's the AEW Jazz? Where's Colt Cabana? Nowhere to be seen. I don't know if we're going to ever see that. But we are getting one from Cella, so there you go. We got Cella coming in hot right there. We also know Cella, their Bone Cruncher line, Sonny Ono, Ultimo Dragon, very cool nod to the past here. We do know those are coming, but Cella also announced that they are going to remove the bone crunching feature, which I think is okay to most people. It was cool when you're a kid, and if it takes the price point down a little bit, I think that's a worthy trade-off, because a lot of us wouldn't be playing with these in this day and age anyways. But we do have those coming in, and future Bone Crunchers apparently will not have the action feature, so FYI there. We also saw from Rush Collectibles this week, another retro figure in their line. We haven't got a Rush one in hand yet to see how they are. More to come on that when it happens. But they did announce Chris Harris, TNA Wildcat Chris Harris, as a retro style figure. Doesn't do a whole lot for me, I gotta be honest. I think this is an easy pass for me, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. But as of right now, the Cellas and the Rushes, I'm just gonna have to pick and choose. There's just too much product coming at us. Your wallet's only so big. I don't care who you are. And I just think I'm gonna have to pass on Chris Harris. Chris Harris, easy for me to say. We also saw this week from Rush Collectibles, and we might have talked about this last week, but I don't think we did. But Mikey Whipwreck and Joel Gertner in the ECW OSFTM line coming. Two guys that fit perfectly in that line. That's the line from Rush Collectibles I'm most excited about, is the OSFTM style figure. So two more ECW legends coming to that line. And speaking of Mikey Whipwreck, sounds like he is coming to Zombie Sailors Heels and Faces line. Not really surprised there, and I have to expect Mikey Whipwreck will get a major bendy as well. Have to think that'll be coming here in 2023, but it's going to be quite the year for Mikey Whipwreck. We might have 3 or 4 figures for him next year, so more to come on that. But Zombie Sailor did sign him. He is going to have his patented dragon shirt on the figure even. So very cool to get Mikey Whipwreck going there. A little bit extra wrestling news this week, of course. It finally happened. As you guys know, I filmed these Friday, put them up on Patreon Friday, and then Saturday to the rest of the world. Well, Friday, as we speak, right before I started filming weekly purchases, what did I do? I went to PowerTown.com, and I finally get the much anticipated, much hyped Power Town Series 1 is up for pre-order. Supposedly shipping at the end of the year. We'll see if that happens. But it is up there. $270 for the set there. Of course, you can use discount code MAJOR. There is coupon codes with these, so you can save 10%, bringing it down to like $243. Something around there. So that is an option if you are all into that. It'd be interesting to see, are you all in on Power Town? You picking and choosing? Total passing? I'm all in. I got to be all in on these. Of course, it is almost like a modern day classic Superstars is really what it's going to be. You guys know I love the Classic Superstars line, and a lot of these guys, we're not going to get figures from Jazzwares. We're not going to get figures from Mattel, so this is really our only option. So, of course, we always say you got to support these things. If you're on the fence, support it, because if you don't support it, it will go away, and this is probably our only chance to get a lot of these classic guys. So, I'm all in on Power Town. I picked them up this week. I can't wait to review them on the channel, so much more to come in the future with the old Power Town. So very, very interesting. And then a little bit more wrestling news. Of course, we talked about it last week. This week, still the same thing going on. If you have a bargain hunt store near you, I do not, so I can't take advantage of this. But it looks like the NWO Macho Man is hitting the bargain hunt stores at $18 a pop. A lot of people are all worked up. What is going on here? Why is this happening? This doesn't make sense. It's really getting down to deflation is what this is almost talking about. We're going to put the old business hat on for a second. Of course, Target, you know, these should have been on the shelves by now. At least we think they should have been. Of course, Batista and Macho sharing the same SKU number. We're seeing Batista on clearance, Macho Man, or not Macho Man, Mr. T and Hulk Hogan on clearance in some areas. But there's been quite the backup of product right now. We talked about it ad nauseum on the channel here. Supply, demand, huge COVID demands. Takes about a year to get caught up to give those demands what they are, and then unfortunately by the time the product catches up, the demand has dipped. We got some issues. And this isn't just action figures. This is a total Target, Walmart, whoever you want to talk about problem, as they have so much inventory coming through with customers not buying right now. Where does that stuff go? Target says, well, we got to cut our losses right now. Let's sell it to Ross. Let's sell it to TJ Maxx. Let's sell it to Tuesday Morning. Let's sell it to Bargain Hunt. Let's sell it to Dollar General. Whoever it may be, they are getting some of this extra inventory. Not just action figures, pillows, socks, TVs, whatever it could be in the store, whatever they're built on, they're dumping that stuff to these kind of places. That's what we're seeing with the Macho Man. It's nothing personal against Macho Man. To Target, to Walmart, whoever, they view this as just a UPC, an item code. It's no different than a hammer or a t-shirt or anything like that. Hey, we got all these. Hey, here's how this Batista 1 UPC has been selling. It's been slow. We got all these Macho Mans coming. We're never going to get through this. And guess what? We got a ton. We got a whole wave of product, not just wrestling figures, not just action figures. Across the store, we have a wave of product coming for the holidays. We got to cut out a bunch of this stuff. We got to get rid of some of this stuff, and that's why it goes to the bargain hunts of the world and things like that. So we always put our business hat on, always think of the root cause. It's always easy to say, oh, Target, you're so dumb. Well, at the end of the day, that Macho Man is a small kernel, very granular in the grand scheme of things. We got to think of the big, big picture. We just got to get outside of the toy aisle every once in a while, and that's why. So it's easy to complain and say, why would they have that Macho Man? It'll sell. They don't necessarily know that as well as maybe we know that, but be able to look out your bargain hunts. I guess that's all I can say is I'd prefer another Macho Man. I'd like to have 2 versions of that one loose, so hopefully I'll track one down eventually. We'll see what happens. So there's that. And then we get into some non-wrestling talk of the week, and of course, Marvel Legends HasLab announced this week. A big one. It is the Ghost Rider set, the Hell Charger, the Dodge Charger, so you might have some crossover Dodge fans. Who knows? Maybe they'll jump in on this one. But it is $349. Ugh. I anticipated a $299 price point for this HasLab, but that being said, there was the Hiss Tank, of course. People are looking at that, judging that. Well, you can't judge that to Marvel, you can't judge that to Star Wars, because Hasbro owns the G.I. Joe license. They don't have to pay that Disney fee like they do for Star Wars and Marvel. So that saves some money on the Hiss Tank HasLab. So this one I thought maybe around $299 is what we would get. Unfortunately, it's $349. We'll call it the Disney tax getting there. But then another thing we talk about on the channel a lot is inflation. Well, there was inflation in the summer. That's where that HasLab hit. Well, there's been another inflation since then, and that's where that Ghost Rider is going to hit, unfortunately. So there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors there with another round of inflation. And bad news for you guys and me and everybody else in the world. It sounds like there's going to be another price increase on a lot of stuff come October 30th, October 31st. So right around Halloween, right when the Ghost Rider HasLab ends, there's going to be another price increase on a lot of stuff we purchase every single day. So stay tuned for that as well. Not the best news, of course, but everything's getting more expensive, including our HasLabs. Now, a lot of people don't feel they got their money's worth with this one. Of course, you get a Ghost Rider figure. If you do back it in the first week, if it does get fully backed in the first week, you get a Robbie Reyes figure, non-flamed on edition as a unlockable tier. There's also going to be more tiers to this, and who knows? I'm holding out hope they give us some just awesome tiers. You know, Mephisto's been hinted at and things like that. Maybe we'll get a big Mephisto figure as one of the tiers to make that $349 price point a little bit better for us all. We'll see if that happens. I do think this will fund. I just think it will. I don't think it's going to fund as much as some of the other HasLabs, not like the Hiss Tank, Galactus, Sentinel. This isn't an army builder, so you're not going to have people buying multiples of these. So that does hurt it a little bit, where the Hiss Tank people bought multiples, Sentinel people bought multiples. You're not going to have that with this Ghost Rider, I don't think. So I do think it'll pass. I think it might have some ups and downs and some ebbs and flows. The tiers are really going to tell a little bit more of the story for this one to see where it all ends up going. I personally, if they were going to do a vehicle, maybe it's the old school Toy Biz collector in me, but I would have loved to see the Punisher van. I've always liked the Punisher more than Ghost Rider anyways, but I love that Punisher van back in the day. It would be cool to get an updated version of that, but this is all right. This is kind of nice too, is it will fit on a bookshelf for you. It will fit on your display. You don't have to sit there and think, okay, this Galactus is this big, Sentinel's this big. Where am I going to put these things? You got that a little bit, but not to the same extent of those. So I do like that. I like that they're moving away from, it's just going to be a giant figure. It's just going to be a giant figure. It keeps the population, keeps the world guessing, I guess, on what could the next one be. Personally, I love a giant figure. I prefer a giant figure, but I understand why they did it with this one here. Very cool, too. It does end on Halloween, so that's kind of a nice tie-in. It'll be interesting to see when the Eternia goes up on Mattel Creations. Hopefully it's in November, December. That would be the perfect sweet spot, I think, is that's the holiday time. You know, people always say, I'll worry about that bill later. That would be the time to put in Mattel Creations Eternia, maybe even the wrestling one. I got to think we'll see one of those two at the end of the year. But the HasLab's going to be interesting. You guys in the comments, let me know. Are you backing? You passing? You playing the long game? You're not sure? Let me know. I am backing this, of course. I just feel like I have to, so I will. I guess I don't have to. Nobody's forcing me to, but I will do it for science, of course. It's not as exciting as the Hiss Tank for me. It's not as exciting as Galactus, not as exciting as Sentinel. So, you know, one of those things, you got to vote with your wallet. If you're not into this, don't pick it up. So there you go. HasLab going strong right now. And then we did, of course, get some other toy news this week. How about Super 7 coming in, just sending hearts to old Kyle, because we got another Ultimate Edition of King Diamond coming our way. This is Merciful Fate Edition King Diamond. Now, I'm a huge King Diamond fan, but I love Merciful Fate even more. That's my favorite King Diamond era, is the Merciful Fate years. And it's interesting they announced this figure at the same time. Merciful Fates has their first like US tour in like 22 years or something like that, with Creator and Midnight, two other great bands opening up for them. So that should be a heck of a show. Of course, not coming anywhere near me, so that's unfortunate. But definitely check out Merciful Fate. I'm hoping there's a second leg or something, because I got to see Merciful Fate in concert one time before I die. I got to see them. So that's very cool. So we're getting King Diamond in his Merciful Fate gear. A bit of a deep cut. I can see a lot of people saying, I got the last one. I don't need any more King Diamonds. So I got to think this one will be very low in the purchase area, I guess we'll say. I think the first one's going to sell a heck of a lot more than this one will. I do, if I was a betting man, I would say there'll probably be a third version of King Diamond in more of his solo gear, the top hat, all that kind of stuff. I got to think that'll be coming maybe a year from now for pre-order. But Merciful Fate, they're all in on that line. I hope we get more musicians in the Super 7 Ultimate line. We got Lemmy coming soon. Well, not too soon, about a year from now. But I'm all in. Give me more heavy metal icons like the King Diamond and Lemmys of the world. Give me Rob Halford next, and I'll be a happy guy. So there it is. A little Super 7 talk. And then we're going to finish off with a little He-Man talk. We saw He-Man Masterverse Stratos announced this week for Masters Universe Tuesday. Very cool. I'm a Stratos guy, so I'll be picking this one up. I love the Stratos. So very cool there. We also saw He-Man 40th anniversary Masterverse figure hitting Dallas Walmart. So that picture was all over social media this week. So be on the lookout at your Walmart. You might be able to pick up that 40th anniversary He-Man fairly soon. And then the one that really scratched a lot of heads this week was Mattel Creations. We had that He-Man 4-pack go up on Thursday. Got to give a shout out to a good brother of the channel, Gage Octane, Midwest Wrestling legend Gage Octane. Did you know he was trained by Dory Funk Jr. and Harley Race? True story. But he reminded me, I almost forgot. For some reason, I thought Friday was the pre-order. It was actually Thursday. And as of filming this video, it is still up for pre-order. So a bit of a shocker, but it was a $150 price point. That is a pretty tough pill to swallow for 4 figures. 24. You feel it's like $100. I really thought $125 seemed fair with, of course, the extra packaging and all that kind of bells and whistles and the limited edition nature. $150, the consumer votes with their wallet, and they're telling Mattel, guess what? $150 is too much. We're still seeing the same thing with the retro figures for the Mattel Wrestling retro figures, still up on Mattel Creations site. Now, does that mean they're not selling very well, or Mattel made way more in anticipation? Or is Mattel saying, hey, these things, we want to sell these things indefinitely. We're making a bunch of these. We're just going to leave them up as long as we're getting sales trickling in. That could be the thing too, because if you go to Mattel Creations, they are selling open stock of action figures. So maybe that's what it's about. They said, hey, we're just going to have this here, and it's just going to be there for X amount of time, and it's not going to sell out anymore. I don't know. Mattel's been quiet. My gut tells me consumers are having a tough time. Everybody's dollars aren't going as far as they would like them to, and they had to pass, and they sent a note up saying, hey, we're not picking these up. So it would be great if the future, maybe it's a little cheaper, or we could see they're just not going to offer these things anymore. Say, well, the fan base doesn't want retros anymore. We're going to stop. And that could happen too. So it's a dangerous, dangerous game right there. But as usual, you got to vote with your wallet. So that's how we'll leave that. All right, let's talk about giveaway time. How about the old giveaway? Once again, thanks to all you guys that offered up and were part of the giveaway, that tried to, get in the comments, things like that, that liked the video, subscribe to the channel, all you guys. It is truly appreciated. But there can only be 2 winners, as we say. Of course, hopefully you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, you subscribe to Entertainment Earth's channel, and you have to have an Instagram account. That's the other thing, because Entertainment Earth will be reaching out to you to pick up your prize. They're going to say, hey, we need your address. So the winners I'm going to reach out to, I'm going to give the winners to Entertainment Earth. Entertainment Earth will be reaching out to you. I know in the comments there's a lot of spam bots and stuff, but if you really look at those things, you know it's not me. It's not my account. We're seeing that throughout YouTube. Tons of comments are out. Spammers, they're everywhere, we know. But of course, I will reach out to you guys. Make sure you have an Instagram account, because I'll need to give that Instagram account to Entertainment Earth to reach out to you. But I do got the 2 winners here. And the first winner is Bill Cox. Yes, Bill Cox, you're the winner. You will get one of these, so I will reach out to you, Bill Cox. Make sure you got an Instagram. Make sure you look at the rules. Make sure you got an Instagram account, because if you don't have an Instagram account, nobody can reach out to you. We'll have to redraw the winner next week. So Bill Cox is our first winner. And the second one is an interesting name here. It is Jedi Indiana Jones. So the Jedi Indiana Jones, you are the second winner of the Mezco 112th Wolverine. Thank you guys. We'll have more giveaways. Of course, Patreon, we got monthly giveaways, but we'll have more giveaways on the channel as we always do. But thank you, Entertainment Earth, for sponsoring this. Of course, link in the description below. Entertainment Earth, use my link. You can save 10% off all in-stock items. Of course, you get free shipping as well if it's over $39. So very cool for Entertainment Earth to supply this giveaway for us for 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Jedi Indiana Jones. Thank you, Bill Cox. Enjoy your prize. So we'll leave this week here with Album of the Week. And of course, I knew what it was going to be last week. I think I mentioned it. Is the brand new Ozzy Osbourne album, Patient Number 9. I got to listen to that twice. It was pretty good. I put it about the same length as Megadeth. It was really good on first listen. It's an interesting one. It's interesting how he's got Zakk Wylde on guitar. He's got Tony Iommi. He's got Jeff Beck. He's got Eric Clapton. Patient Number 9 is probably my favorite song so far on this album, which I didn't really like it the first time I heard it. But it's one of these albums going to have to grow on me for a while. It's not Slam Dunk Ozzy. It's not No More Tears. It's not Diary. It's not Bark of the Moon. I don't know if anybody expected that either. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if Ozzy performs. I did see the clip from him playing the Rams-Bills game. Looks like all he's doing is lip-syncing now, so I don't know where Ozzy's career is really going. I'm not sure why he's still doing it. But at least studio stuff, he can still do it with the bells and whistles and all that stuff. So this is definitely worth listening. Just like Megadeth last week, worth checking out. Of course, these guys are later on in their career. A lot of people have tuned out, but definitely worth a listen if you're into heavy metal. You got to check both those out. And then next week's Album of the Week, I'm going to tell you what it is because I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm excited. My favorite current band that's going right now is Clutch, as you guys know, and I'm seeing Clutch in about a month. They are coming to town, so I'll be seeing Clutch again here. But they have a new album coming out as well today as I'm filming this video, so I can't wait to check that out this weekend. Got to anticipate that will be Album of the Week next week, so more Clutch, the better. And of course, I'll be going to that concert, like I said, in October. But then tonight, I'm actually going to a premiere, a movie premiere, a red carpet movie premiere, as there is a G.I. Joe movie playing here in town. It's a fan-made film, but they got the whole thing, and I'll probably film some of that for my figure hunt next week. But going to it, it does star, of course, friend of the channel, Midwest Wrestling legend, Gage Octane. He stars as Shipwreck, so look for that as well. So there it is. That's the news of the week. That's the giveaway. That's the album of the week. Now we got to hit into it. We got to start it off with the weekly purchases. All right, let's dive into the weekly purchases. Another hefty week here. And let's start with something we've already talked about on the channel, but I didn't have them in time for last week's weekly purchases. And we've got Mattel Greatest Hits line, the old WWE. We got Bam Bam Bigelow. We unboxed him on the channel. Check out that video. We got old Jake the Snake Roberts with his two-handed snake. Oh, it's a two-hander on old Jake right there. So we got that. We got Day of the Dead, Rey Mysterio Jr. Greatest Hits line continues. We've got The Rock. Throwback from the Amazon one, of course. We got The Rock here. And then we got Rikishi, a very, very cool one as well. Rikishi. And then finally, last but not least, we got The Undertaker. So Greatest Hits Wave, Series 1 at Ringside Collectibles right now. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But I did get those, I think, Saturday, the day after I filmed weekly purchases. So I had to include them in here this week. So continuing on, I did get this one. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. The 60th anniversary stuff continues. The old Amazing Fantasy right there. So we'll unbox him on the channel sooner than later. We're getting backed up on channel stuff. You Patreon members, you're going to get all this stuff, but you can only release so many videos on YouTube. But we'll get to it eventually. We'll get to it eventually. So we got that. Then thanks to Zavi, I ordered this guy off of Zavi, playing a little of that long game. I got the Black Adam. I wanted the one with the hood. I thought it looked a lot better, so I got Black Adam. Review to come on old Rock in his superhero disguise, we'll call it. And then we got something interesting. Now, if you guys are like me, there's things you're playing the long game on. You've been trying to find it. Maybe there's stuff that just doesn't show up. And I've had this in my saved eBay searches probably 3 years now, and this just never comes up. Well, this week, out of the blue, I don't know why, it popped up and I swooped in so fast you wouldn't believe it. I think it popped into my alert and I bought it within 1 minute. I said, I haven't seen this in 3 years or longer, really. That's when I started searching for it. I have to pick it up. What is it? It's Jakks. It's wrestling. It's TNA. It's a Walgreens exclusive Abyss Ruthless Aggression style figure. Now, I have this loose. I just didn't have one on card. It was the only one I'm missing. Unfortunately, the card is pretty beat up here, and I am using this as a placeholder till I find a mintier one, but this will have to do from now. But for whatever reason, the rest of the set shows up fairly regularly. This Abyss does not show up, and I was so happy to find this week, to cross this off the list. Finally ready to move on from this Abyss, at least for now, until I find a minty one. But a little of that anxiety is quelched, I guess we'll call it. So very cool to get Abyss Series 1, the Walgreens exclusive, throwing it all the way back to the old TNA days. Very, very cool. And then, like the doctor always says, a chase a week keeps the doctor away, I think. And of course, 4 weeks in a row, I've found a chase out there in the wild. Well, unfortunately, I didn't find one this week, but I did get one through the mail for only $44. Nyla Rose Chase Edition, probably the most exciting chase figure of all time, or maybe not at all. But for $44, I mean, that's not a whole lot more than retail. That included shipping. So I said, you know what, I'll pick it up. So I did get Nyla Rose, so I guess 5 chases in a row. Just not the best chase, I guess we'll say. But very cool to get a chase anytime you get it, even if it's Nyla Rose. And even if it's not one of those popular chases, it's not the Stings of the world. But still, I thought pretty cool right there. Now we turn our attention over to Walmart. I saw this at Walmart when I was traveling for work this week. And for only like $3.98, it's an articulated skeleton. I said, what the heck? I'll buy this. I don't know what I'll do with it. Worst case scenario, I give it to my wife. She'll put it in her Halloween displays. I can always do that as well. But thought this was pretty cool, so I'll play around with this a little bit. See what all the fuss is about in that skeleton. It is Halloween season, of course. A lot of people are already starting to decorate for Halloween. I got to think of what's my Halloween costume going to be. Stay tuned for that one, of course. I did reach out to GameStop this week. Well, I didn't reach out. I ordered from GameStop this week as they have some clearances going on. Of course, as I'm filming this, 50% off clearance right now. But I did get a couple of gaming greats. I did get the Knight Brother Archer and RC1207, the Republic Commando. I got these for old school prices, $19.99, and that's what I'm doing. I'm playing a little long game on a lot of my Star Wars stuff going forward. I like Star Wars. I just don't like the price point, so I got to play the long game. Get these guys on clearance. That's what I did. I got these two on clearance, so very happy to get those via GameStop. And then, of course, I did also go to Target, my local Target. We're starting to see Star Wars clearance. Antok Merrick, I've been playing that long game, $11.49 for Antok Merrick. I'm happy with that. I can live with that price point. And then the one I've been waiting forever, I finally got it 50% off, $16.99. Saw Gerrera coming home, the deluxe figure. I just couldn't bring myself to pay $33.99. And like I said, that's what I'm going to do. Going forward, Star Wars toys, I'm going to wait. Got to get a deal. Going to find a discount, a coupon, a sale, something to get these figures because, as we all know, all this stuff does add up over time. It gets expensive. It's an expensive hobby, as we know. I also picked up a little Star Wars from Zavi when I got that Black Adam figure. I also got Sergeant Creel from the comic book packs of Black Series. So we'll unbox this on the channel as well. But I did get this at Zavi. Use discount code Kyle Peterson to save yourself 10% over there at Zavi. So I got another Star Wars figure. Just a couple of things left this week of the turtle variety. Of course, I did get these in the mail from NECA. Finally get my Army Builder pack. So I got the Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang and the Rock Soldier. We already unboxed my first one on the channel. Check that out. But I did get these from NECA. And then there's another one. We're all about building those Army Builders here on the channel, apparently. And there's 3 more. So I'm going to have 4 of each of these guys for my army. So stay tuned for those in the display pictures in the future. And then last but not least, I did pick up Cartoon Leonardo, the deluxe figure from NECA. Finally got this guy. Seems like he was on order forever. I think he did get delayed, but finally in my grasps here, and now I've got 3 of the turtles. We're just waiting on the last one, so hopefully he comes sometime early 2023. We'll see what happens with that one. But always cool to get some of these NECA Cartoon Ninja Turtles. Those are my favorite of the cartoon turtle lines, are the NECA ones, so there you go. So that's it. That's the weekly purchase this week. A little bit of a mixed bag week, a little bit of everything for the most part. What did you guys pick up this week? Find anything out there at the stores? You find anything on clearance? You find anything online? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. And don't forget about Patreon, as I always say, link in the description below. Best way to support the channel. You also get bonus content, early access to videos, and a whole lot more. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Follow along over there on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So a lot to do, a lot to check off. Congratulations to 20,000 winners. Thank you guys for making this 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, as I always say. So thank you guys out there. When you guys know what I'm doing, I'm rocking and rolling. I'm strutting and strolling my way into the weekend and the G.I. Joe movie premiere. Stay tuned for more on that in the future. I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.